Hello and welcome to today's BoldTrail Academy. Here with Steve Hillier as always. Can you guys hear me out there? We have good audio?
Take yourself off mute, Pamela. Can you
All
hear
right.
us? Thank you.
Fantastic.
Thank you, Pamela.
Steve Hillier is here as always, and Alex Dyer. Every Friday at 10 we do this, BoldTrail Academy. And today we are talking about the market brief. The market brief. So one thing that's been a huge shift in my business is Ricky Caruth came to our local Boulder realtors. And Ricky Caruth is a mega agent down in the Panhandle of Florida. And one of the things he does, one of the major driver of business with him, is he sends out a weekly email and video. Every single week, he puts out an email and a video. He sends it to his database. So I started doing this a couple of years ago, and it's been a huge shift in my business. And now with Claude and AI in general, I really feel that I've upped my game, and I do it in probably a tenth of the time. It just what I'm going to show you today for me, it kind of blows my mind because I've done this for so long that it was always that thing like, I have to take half of my Thursday to commit to doing this. Today I did this in under 45 minutes. So I'm going to go and show you guys what I do. And so before I get started, let's just jump in. I always like to go back and remind you guys that we are on the school platform. And if you haven't joined, there's an invite link that I'll put down in the chat.
I'd like to set a goal. We'll get to 410 today. I think three of you out there could join and get your free 99 membership.
Free 99, as Donnie Jennings says.
That's right, baby.
But yeah, join the school platform. Within the school platform, I'm trying to put more content out during the week. As general content, my big post this week was to join the EXP Hub.
Which I did.
Oh, you did?
Yes.
Very good. EXP Hub is the I'd say the intra social platform for EXP. Let's see.
I tried to be a member and I think I did it right.
Here's the hub right here. And I'm trying to grow my community. I was actually comparing it to some other big groups out there, and my group is growing at a pretty good rate. I have 28 members, so
There
that's
you
up
go.
8 from earlier this week. Over here at Brent, he's got 31 members, so I think I could surpass Brent's network with mine. That's my challenge. So if you guys haven't joined, uh, I did 2 videos on EXP Hub, how to join, what it is. And I'm really pushing this because it's a great way to create community within our company. And if you don't know what's going on, if you've missed a notice, you should probably go on Hub because it's there. It's a really cool site. So that's EXP Hub. As always, I'm on the Facebook, as they used to call it back in the day. And I want to point out, Marguerite Crispillo has put together this NorCal Content Hub. And what this is we want to go in and have a day each month where we all meet at a listing and put together social content. It's a great way of promoting you as an agent and the listing. And so we did this at my listing at Grapevine Ravine. This is some of the content that came out of it. This is on TikTok. There I am. Love the red pants.
Was that AI?
I'm not sure how they created this,
Because those are so
but
all our favorite people.
it's getting great play. And like I say, we want to do this weekly, or I'm sorry, monthly. And what we're going to evolve out of this is where we all create the content. We jump on a Zoom, and then when you post that content, it's good. We're all going to be on the Zoom at the same time. We all interact with it organically.
That's good.
That way, it increases its ranking out there. So, uh, look it up. NorCal Content Day. Go join that. We want to grow that network. I'll copy that link and I'll put it down in the chat. And the cool thing is you can link this all back to BoldTrail. And so I am on YouTube. And if you can't find a video that's on YouTube, it's on the school platform because sometimes I get moderated for the content that I put out there. So let's get into what we want to cover today. And this is my YouTube channel. This is Living in Placer County. And every week I post a market update video. And this is last week's. And I get in here and I do a video, and the videos link back to everything that I'm doing within BoldTrail. You can see this is my website. I did this video this morning. Those are foreclosures in our area. I'm highlighting that.
Ooh, what does that tell us?
Well, the reason why I'm highlighting it is because if you look at foreclosures nationally, you think that we're on a sinking ship. But locally, we're really not that bad of a market. And so that's why I point that out. But the real, what I really want to point out is that every week I do a video. In addition to that, every week I do a email newsletter. And so this goes out to my database. One of the biggest problems with BoldTrail as a platform is email deliverability. And it's not just a BoldTrail problem. It's not just an EXP problem. It is a legacy brokerage problem. And it's because at EXP, what do we have? 90,000?
Yeah, and like Keller Williams, Remax, all
Yeah.
the big email brokerages out there, they just get flagged immediately because
Yeah.
what do? We email clients, right?
Yeah.
So
As you can see, my email is alex@alexdyer.com. I tell the story, it seems like weekly. When I got into the real estate business, I thought it'd be cool to have my own name as my email address. People thought I was a little bit crazy back then. That was over 25 years ago. But it turned out to be one of the smartest decisions I made. So if you're in real estate and you haven't branded yourself and have your own URL linked to an email, you need to go do that. It's expensive. I think it cost me, I don't know, $700 a year, but it pays for itself. The cool thing about what I'm going to show you today is I'm using GoDaddy email marketing because my website's through GoDaddy, my email's through GoDaddy, and when I send my emails out, they go through the GoDaddy email servers. Okay, so what does this have to do with BoldTrail? All of the links that are in my email link me right back to my website. So I'm digitally branding myself. My whole intent of putting together blog posts and all of these different activities I do within BoldTrail throughout the week is so that I can include them in my newsletter. So if you look at this, I have an 11.72% open rate. I had 1,000 emails go out. I had 118 opens.
what I think is fascinating, you have almost a no percentage bounce back rate. So that shows a great
Yeah. So
rate.
that is a lot of work, is what it is.
I can tell.
And so I have an agent team that I've been working with that is going to adopt the same program that I'm doing. They have a database of 30,000 past leads, clients, whatever it is.
Ooh.
They have no idea if it's valid or not. And so what we're going to do is use GoDaddy email marketing and look at the bounce and the unsubscribe rate. And that's how we're going to clean up that email database. So this is, in my experience working with agents for the last 4 years with BoldTrail and getting them up and going with their database. We call it the falling on the sword for the neglected database. This is one of the more effective ways of cleaning up that database, figuring out who your clients are, and more importantly, how to move forward with that database. And so this is what I've done. I have 3,500 contacts in my BoldTrail. I have 1,007 recipients in my email database with GoDaddy. Okay. So I'm not marketing to all of those 3,700 because I've cleaned them up. I only want those that are interested. So we're going to go through and show you how we do this today. So this is the email that I sent out last week. Steve, what do you think of that email?
I like its colors.
It's got great colors. All of these are clickable links.
Call to action.
This is my YouTube that I put out every week. I integrate that into the email. I have the a client recommendation through Google that I highlight each week. I do a summary of what's in the video. I highlight assumed list. My featured listing, that image didn't come through, but I have fixed that since. And then I highlight the local market data.
And that's from Real Trends, our trends graphic, which
It's
we all
from
have access to.
yeah. And then I go down here and I highlight the mortgage rates. Okay, and I do this every week. It's all about consistency, you guys. You can't just do this once and think you're going to have results. I have people stopping me at the local grocery store asking me real estate questions. I have other agents calling me asking me about the real estate market. And I know who's opening it. I know Steve opens it. Brent Gove opens it. Gary Meek opens this. I know who's opening these things. Bill Sedek with Sotheby's. I know he opens it and looks at it. I talked to him last week. And so it's about that consistency of sending it out and edifying yourself and showing people that you are an active agent in the market. And so how do I create this? I create this in my Claude project. So this is my project right here in Claude that I built. I have these instructions that I built out for Claude to build the email. Over here as a file, I have the EXP colors integrated into this. If you have different colors that you want to use, you just load in the color palette. So that's how, and I'll put all these instructions in the video when I post this, just like I did last week. So those are the projects. Newsletter.
Now, point in question, which we covered during the week, Claude takes up a lot of juice, takes up a lot of energy. You run a separate machine.
I do.
Doing a email letter only, does that meet the threshold with Claude where you're gonna have to get a second machine?
So it's a great question. I do this on my other machine and then I share it to this machine because the Claude app is what really zaps your memory and slows your computer down. If you load your Claude app on your processor, your CPU inside your computer doesn't have enough capacity to run Claude unless it's the newest and greatest chip. That's the problem. And so I don't run the Claude app on this. I don't have it downloaded. I'm not running it because it just takes up too much memory.
So people should, if they're gonna use the Claude as an advantage, they really need to invest in a standalone desktop to really go forward with using this AI.
That's the trend right now.
Okay.
That's the trend. And so I have a different machine that I run it on. That's just what I do. And I have other projects running. It is a shift in the way that I do business because I know that Claude takes a while to build the newsletter. So this morning I started my newsletter at about 7:30. And to give you a flavor for what I do for my newsletter, this is my note card. So you can use a Word document, whatever it is. But this is my note card that I update each week. And so now we're getting into the content of what it takes to build this out. And so this is a note card. If you have a Mac, use your notes and you update it every week. The cool thing about this is that that same note will appear on your iPhone, your iPad, and your your laptop machine. In here, I have it labeled, I have it pinned, it's all right there. I have featured YouTube content. Okay, so this is this week's YouTube video that I just did. I shoot the video and I put the link in there. Encourage Google reviews. So I have that in there and it links in. This is the blog post I did this week. What do you wish you knew before buying land and ranch property in California? I'm pushing this blog post out to all my social channels. It's now featured in my YouTube video because I want to get more interaction going. So it's featured in there. Next week, it's going to be my long form YouTube video for land and ranch because I am the big land and ranch guy. And the more I put that out there, the more recognition I get with it. Consistency pays off. Mortgage news daily. Every week I feature the mortgage news. Everyone wants to know what the rates are. So this integrates directly into the email. For agent attraction, for agent attraction, highlight my agent training channel. This is my BoldTrail Academy. I put it in there. My 2 featured listings. So this is Grapevine Ravine, $3.6 million equestrian property, if anyone's interested. Although I do think I have a buyer on it, so I'm hopeful. And then I have the featured image down here. So you go in, you have to know a little bit about code, you get your featured image. The other listing I have on Diamond Creek, I've done the same thing. Trend Vision. Does everyone know about Trend Vision?
It's a tool that's in your MLS, you guys.
Trend Vision is a super cool tool that will make you the expert, and all you have to do is go to it and parrot the information. Here it is, Trend Vision. If you guys haven't been in there, go to Trend Vision and it loads in. This is for all of our Metro List area. I go down here, I choose 5-year quarterly, I update this thing, and it'll update the chart. And then I just talk about what I see on the chart. And if you look at my YouTube video this week, I talk about this discrepancy. I talk about the fact that we're moving into August, which is the end of home buying season. You know, the biggest reason why home buying season kicks in?
Schools.
Little League Baseball.
Little League Baseball. Children
Little
activities.
League Baseball is the number one reason. And so I point that out. It's just one of those things that conveys that you are an expert in there. And then you pay attention to these tabs up here. Months of inventory. This is very telling. Look at that. We've dropped off on months of inventory. Average price. I mean, I do nothing to create this, you guys. It's all right there for us. It's just a matter of using it. And then what I do is I say, okay, I want to post this to web. And I want to do, I want to include market highlights. And I'm going to continue. And I know I'm going through this quickly.
But all of you go back to the school platform and just watch the video slowly, stop it so you can get a grasp on these approaches.
And I've read this and I'm going to continue. And right here is the code. See that code? That code is exclusive to you through Trend Vision. I'll go back over here. This is my Trend Vision code right here. I just pasted it in. Also in here, I put in my social media channels. Social media, create icons for each of these, for each that are clickable. So I just told Claude to go and do this. Okay, so this is my instruction sheet. I update the same instructions every week, okay?
So once someone builds their basic instructions, they only have a few edits each week. Is that the message you're telling everybody?
That's exactly what I'm telling you.
There you go.
And within that space, as you go through your week and you see something going on in real estate that hits your radar, and you're like, hey, my clients may want to know about this. Everyone should do a blog post every week. You include it in there.
Now you're sending this out. What's your frequency?
Every week.
Every week. I heard that.
All right. So here it is. Sac Metro Market Newsletter. That's what I call it. Okay. You can see that I've done this week in and week out. This is my August 7th. So I've already done this. And to show you that I've done it, this is my copy and paste right here. Show more. This is everything that is in my note card. Okay. I have the instructions already mapped out. This is what it spit out. It's in the right colors. It's all the content. See how it says HTML? I'm going to copy that. Okay. I'm going to come over here. This is my newsletter. This is my marketing, email marketing. And again, I'm stepping away from BoldTrail. I'm into GoDaddy email marketing because I found this is effective. It works. I'm going to create a new email. Give it a second to load. There it goes. Now, here's your choices. Create with their AI, build your own, or check this out. How about create with HTML? Do I know HTML coding?
You maybe.
I don't. I don't know it, you guys. I'll be honest with you. But Claude just created it. So I'm going to paste that in there and check that out.
Boom.
Check that out.
That is like super sexy.
Seriously, guys, it takes me 5 minutes to do this. My intention throughout the week makes it so I don't have to scramble during the week.
I think the message here is prepare and get your basic instructions for Claude up and running. Do the difficult work. Now, another question. Do you offer a service? I don't know the answer to this. I know that everybody, you can have your BoldTrail set up, little $400 fee. Alex will get you all set up. But is this something you might be able to offer as a service?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. If you guys want to execute on this,
I'm your first customer.
okay.
Okay.
Because here's the thing, Steve and I, with the mega team, New Vision, everything, there's always been this discussion about email newsletter and how can we get agents to send stuff out every week? Because that's what we need to do. We need to communicate with our database every single week. Remind people constantly that you're an agent, you're out there in the market, you're the absolute professional. That's really what our job is. The end result of doing that job is you get to close escrows. Wouldn't you say?
Yeah, we're closing escrows. How
We
did the
are.
mega team do this month?
The mega team did amazing this month. What was the volume?
We did 55 closings for 32.4 million.
All right. So let me take this to another level for you guys. You guys ready for this? Let's talk about blogging. So I'm going to go in here to BoldTrail to blog, and I'm going to add a blog. And see this right here? This is code. I paste that same code in there, and that is the same content. You put a label up there that's unique, and now you have it on your website, and you can email this out. You can post it to social. That's what I do. This is going to go out to all 5 social sites that I post on. It's going to go to my Google business page. And it's not that hard to do. It's intimidating to set up initially, but once you get it set up and you get into the routine of doing it week in and week out, it becomes just part of your schedule.
I have a question about the computer. Why don't you've been down there with Jason at Patriot Computer? He's building your machine. Maybe he can do a specific build out and have several ready for the agents when they want to have that service and go buy a tower that's built for this cause. We might talk to Jason about that.
Yeah, so I've already talked to Jason about that, and mine was one of the first machines built. And so we're just waiting for it to run for like 30 days before we unleash it to everybody. We want to make sure there's no bugs in there that we're not aware
I
of.
knew you were working on that, so I'm glad that that's the update.
But that's the blog post that I do now. And so all of these different activities that I go through are all stuff that's readily available to me. And it's a great way of communicating out to your database that you are an active agent. Here's what's happening in the market. And then for me, I feature listings. So even if you don't have a listing, what would you do?
We'd go into BoldTrail and capture a couple company listings and promote them.
You would do that within your digital farm.
That's right.
So wherever you are farming, wherever, if you were 95747 where this office is, I would go in and find a couple EXP listings that are 95747 and have those featured. Put them in there. And you go in and put the links. Like if I'm in here under Grapevine Ravine, that's the link that I use. And it goes directly to my website. Here it is. Again, all of these are linking back to my digitally branded website. Everything that I put in here. When I go to assumable properties. That is my assumable property website. This is my Google review. Here we go. Agent Traction BoldTrail is YouTube. Market trends links back to me. So all of it links back to you. And I never the only thing that it doesn't link back to me is this Mortgage News Daily. That one links directly to Mortgage News Daily.
We see your question, Christy. We're going to hold off just for a few minutes. We're going to do Q&A here real quick.
Yeah. And so that's the mortgage news. That's the only one that doesn't link directly back to me because I want people to see the current mortgage news. So that's what I got for you guys. I know it's a lot. I just gave you guys a fire hose of information.
It is a fire hose, but it begs the need to go in and get your free 99 membership on the school platform because this class will be more than likely broke down in a couple segments because it is a lot to digest, but it's a task you do one time or you hire Alex to do it for you one time, and then you've got a basic platform to build upon.
Yeah, so I'll break this down in my BoldTrail Pro Academy. That is my paid classroom where I put content like this that's at a higher level. It does cost me a couple $100 a month to run this platform. I'm just trying to break even at it. I mainly use it for agent recruitment to show agents that, hey, look, if you want to use BoldTrail CRM and leverage into AI to really run your business at a higher level, I'm the guy that you want to partner with at EXP, especially in this market.
Yeah, I'm going to restate that. Anyone listening out there nationally, if you've got a team and you want them to learn BoldTrail and you want them to be effective, co-sponsor with Alex because Alex is going to be able to take a lot of burden off you and your team. That's an amazing thing. A lot of agents are offering a lot of value. I'm going to encourage you guys, reach out to Alex on co-sponsor.
Yeah. So, like I said, or like Steve said, I'm going to break this down into detail in the Pro Academy because it was a lot that I hit you with today. But in the Pro Academy, we do have these different influencers who have come in and talked to us. Carrie Savoy.
I think Sylvain's how you say it, yeah.
She is the master of AI. I R&D her content regularly because it's that good. Rip off and duplicate is what that stands for. And she's fine with it. I've talked to her several times. I look forward to seeing her in Salt Lake City for EXPCon, which I encourage everyone to go to. But that's what's in my pro classroom.
So let me wrap this up before we go to Q&A. At this point, if you guys did a few basics with BoldTrail and your newsletter, let's say you built out your smart list where you're sending out your weekly newsletter. That's a task. It's a very light task. And then you build out the cotton play. If you didn't do anything beyond those two tasks, you're going to have a very successful database. So maybe just start here and build. But these are the two activities that are going to get you a bunch of traction. Putting out your newsletter and putting out your market reports and your CMAs to the people that, you got all their contact information.
To give you a flavor of how effective this is the activity I have going on within my platform. And to that point, I haven't had time to do my phone calls this week. I tell everyone, make 5 phone calls a day. I haven't had a single second to make a phone call. I have 54 phone calls to make today, and my entire day is booked. It is insane, but I've been doing this for 4 years. And I do it consistently every week. I have agents that come to me and say, Alex, I don't have a database. Well, I can build a database for you. I can show you how to build a database and get leads in there.
Yeah, and I'm gonna close on one comment. If you say, hey, you don't know how to create a database, we actually had an agent, I won't name the agent, used a specific tool. I'm not going to name the tool either. You want to have an appointment with Alex, but this agent put 3,200 contacts into her database within 1 week through a particular type of filter she created.
Yeah.
And it even shocked me. So it is not something you can't do with a little technology.
Yeah, it's out there. So with that said, I'm going to close it out. If you guys need help, whether it's with AI, whether it's setting up your BoldTrail platform, or even if it is like I had an agent sit down with me for 90 minutes to talk about putting together a land and ranch transaction. Whatever it is, just reach out to me. Steve is, I've learned from Steve.
Yeah,
Steve,
but go call
Steve's
him.
always there to
Call
help with
Alex.
your disclosures and writing contracts and that sort of thing. But yeah, just reach out to us. The thing about Brent and this office and the culture he's created is we're all about creating a community where we help each other and foster growth. So with that, I'm going to stop this recording
Everybody,
and then we'll come back for Q&A.
yep, that's what I was gonna say.